Hello, SDC. Woo! Please come on, have a seat, please. Woo! Hi, my name is Bona. I'm working for Samsung Electronics as a UX designer. I'm so excited to be here with you today. Are you guys enjoying SDC? Thank you. Okay. I hope you found new opportunities and the bright vision of Samsung. First of all, thanks for joining Samsung Mobile Design Competition session today. Most importantly, I want to thank these finalists sitting here in the front row. Please give them a big hand. Thank you. Thank you. And for the last several months, we've been running mobile design competition. And today is the final journey. So I'd like to talk about a little bit of competition's purpose and its process we've gone through. We received over than 500 applications, and we've been looking for fresh perspectives and ideas for how Galaxy devices can create open collaboration, new paradigm in the future by having an open collaboration with these pioneers. So we believe we could create a meaningful values in people's lives. There are two categories, which are graphic design and product design categories. First, the graphic design category. The main theme of it was the next mobile wallpaper paradigm. Participants had opportunities to present participants had opportunities to design the first impression of Galaxy smartphones can create. The wallpaper could be static, animated, interactive, that responds to users' thoughts and movement, as well as generative design that transforms depending on the user's thought, data, or circumstance. And the next one is the next Mobile Plus. The main theme of it was the next Mobile Plus, and participants asked to come up with accessories that can add more values in people's lives on function-wise, or create unique user experiences for our Galaxy smartphones, tablets, and wearables. And last month, the top 5 finalists of each category had a chance to present their design ideas in front of juries in London. The judges were Stefan Skortin from Skortin and Beijing, Paul Austin from Made-Though Design, Samsung executives, and one of the design editors. Among them, the top 3 finalists of each category had a final journey to come here, and would like to share their design ideas with you guys now. Please welcome Kalle Järvenpää to the stage. Thank you. He won the first place in the graphic design category with Garden of Galaxy.
Yeah. Thank you all for coming. So my name is Kalle Järvenpää. Sorry, it's okay. Anyway, I got the wrong notes there. So my name is Kalle Järvenpää, and I'm a multidisciplinary designer from Helsinki, Finland. And let me get you through my proposal. So let me start off with a Chinese proverb. It says, the most important thing in life is gardening, but even that is not very important. While this adage may be apocryphal, to me, it holds genuine wisdom. I think it guides us towards a respite from the buzz of everyday life. And a respite is what this proposal is about. So, what if amidst the torrent of demands and alerts smartphones subject us to, there was something that did not require anything of us. It only offered us a chance for contemplation. So what if its content was not information, but life and beauty? So with this prologue, I give you the Garden of Galaxy. So the idea is super simple. In each Galaxy device, there grows a unique flower. So when the user receives the smartphone, tablet, or smartwatch, they receive a seed that contains a unique randomized genome, and from this seed, their own flower of galaxy sprouts. So first it will be a small sapling. It grows and makes a tiny bud within a week. And after 1 month, it blooms for the first time. As weeks pass, the flower grows bigger, blooming again every month on the same day it was planted. So each of these flowers is different. They are three-dimensional models. They are generated by an algorithm that's based on real plant morphology. The appearance is dictated by three factors. Firstly, the unique collection of randomly generated genes in the seed. Secondly, a favorite color that the user may optionally select. And thirdly, the flower's age. What we see here are just some exemplars that are based on 100 genes. So it's still a small number. And as you can see, they're pretty similar to each other. So you could call them members of one taxonomic family, if you will. But I wanted to showcase here that what happens when everything is randomized, they are not manually edited at all. So, we see them as they are. And here, we can see the flowers in action on the Galaxy devices. The flowers in one's Garden of Galaxy, that is one's own virtual flower patch, can be rearranged at will. So you can put, for example, multiple flowers on your tablet because it's bigger, or you can choose which flower to put on your smartphone or your watch. So what we can't see here, alas, is that they will also react to the time of day. They will also react to weather. So let's say it's raining, you can see raindrops gathering on the leaves and petals of the flower, and when you shake it a little bit, the drops fall off nicely. And also it will react to movement because they are three-dimensional models. They have some elasticity. So you shake the device, you can see the flower swaying a little bit. And they are not contained to their home devices either. So you can build an ecosystem, if you will, around them. So maybe you can send cuttings to your friends so they can plant those in their own gardens of Galaxy, the science to grow flowers of their own. Maybe you collect a bunch of them and make a bouquet and send it to somebody on their birthday to celebrate it. Or maybe you crossbreed two flowers to get a new one. So they each have their genes, and when you mix those genes, you get a unique combination of genes for a new flower. So what's the current state of this thing? So it's a proof of concept level thing. It's been created by using 3D modeling software, so it's not yet directly transportable for Android. So it first needs to be translated, but it's not a big thing because it's all about the abstract algorithm that's behind it, not just the physical realization of it. Next, it needs to be elaborated because, as I said earlier, the possibilities that it now generates are still a little bit limited, but it's pretty easy to just add more variety there. And also, you need to build the social interactions and work on the rendering finesse because now they all look a little bit plastic, but it's no problem. It just demands a little bit of work. And it's no mean feat, but it's not utterly complicated either. It just needs some effort. And everything need not be ready at first. The system should evolve itself. Finally, I strongly believe it's worth the effort because the Garden of Galaxy could really set a new standard for the industry. And most importantly, it would help build a stronger emotional bond between the device's owner and the device itself. And one last thing. So each year, come Galaxy Day on June 4th, all of the flowers on all the devices bloom in unison, and every owner of a Galaxy device receives a new seed to plant in their own garden. And to finish this off, I ask for your forbearance for yet another Chinese proverb. To plant a garden is to plant happiness. Thank you. And I hope to see you all at the booth for further discussion.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next designer is Andre Cardoso. He won the second place in the graphic design category, and the title is Approachability of Galaxy. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. So my design proposal, it's called Approachability of Galaxy. Um, it's an evolving wallpaper to bring people closer. How come? I believe that nowadays, physical interaction between technology users is increasingly scarce. So as we move to the fusion between technological and physical worlds, new approaches on social relationships should also be considered. To do so, I believe that we need to surprise people. Social interaction can take place when something special but unexpected happens. We need to learn from nature when designing for people. So natural processes are dynamic and evolutionary. When devices behave more naturally, a greater symbiosis between users and technology is ultimately achieved. Approachability of Galaxy was designed to perform based on the organic behavior. So I used three main design principles to do my concept. The first one is color, the second, time, and finally, proximity. Starting with the first principle, color. Color has an essential connection with our biology. Color perception has not only to do with physical elements, but mainly with a psychological association. So each user can choose which color scheme suits their identity the best. Also, just not basic colors, but adding texture, because color gradients provoke a tactile stimulation. They offer a more comfortable and sensitive environment. So I proposed four types of gradients just for the demonstration of the concept. First one, a deep and peaceful shade of blue. Also, a fresh and cheerful tint of green. A bright and joyful tone of yellow. And finally, an energetic and passionate shade of red. The second factor is time. Why time? Because time factor is essential to color's gradients behavior. Instead of a flat graphic, each user can have a wallpaper that is in a continuous but subtle movement. It is in a latency state, which indicates that something more can happen at any moment. It's subtly animated. But the real magic happens when we add proximity to this. Because nowadays, our devices are always with us. Whether at home with our loved ones, at the cafe with our closest friends, or in our daily commute, social encounters have an extraordinary potential for interaction. So, physical proximity will allow Samsung Galaxy devices to automatically interact. By approaching a Samsung Galaxy device with different wallpaper colors, chromatic contamination is naturally triggered, and progressively, both colors will start to mix in a fluid interaction. After a while, both devices will share the same hue, and depending on the available color mixture, exposure time, and also proximity, the results will always be unique. Also, each device will retain some kind of color memory, so when people go away, after some time, it will start to go back to the original user's color. It's a memory of others' presence that will slowly fade away. So, approachability of Galaxy, it's a wallpaper where natural principles are combined to create a new dynamic and interactive experience. Color, time, and proximity. I believe when doing this, being close to another Galaxy device user will not be the same again. Thank you.
Thank you. Next designer is Kwon Hong-yeol. He won the third place in the graphic design category. And the title is Blossom of Galaxy. Here.
Hi everyone, my name is Yo. I'm from Malaysia and I'm working in Shanghai in China. And I would like to show you about the work that I'll be working on. It's called Blossom of a Galaxy. So it is a visual representations of energy motions that an organic form that inspired by nature because I really love nature. I used to live in New Zealand for so many years. And then to understand about nature, first thing is that you had to find them. Actually, there's so many elements and flowers and leaves surrounding us, but we normally sometimes that we forget them and then we don't really look into it. So I actually took a lot of images about flowers and also collecting the color of the flowers and also the plant because I try to find them. The most simple form is something that is able to inspire you. So I look in the vibrant, the contrast, the passions, because those colors is pretty amazing because it's very nature color. And then I look at the time and the space, the interaction and performance. If you look at the leaf on the left-hand side, you can see the color gradually changes because during the season. And then if you come to the autumn, you can see the leaf now it changes the color. So nature tells very naturally to us that color changes, the time changes in the space. And interactions, because there's so many natural interactions that we have that we can bring it into our digital life today. So I'm starting to do a lot of sketches because when we, as a designer, when we're starting to do the work, so we do a lot of sketches. So I would like to show you some of the original sketches that I have because I try to see how the color can be performed and also the shape can be performed naturally. So I'm starting to do a lot of circle, and then the circular is one of the most simple, basic geometry shapes that we actually creating. So I'm starting with a certain of the shapes, and then finally that I put it into computer visuals. So this is how it look like, and I want to keep it as much close to the color that I'm really looking for, and also that in the future people can create their own abstract form that you can perform in all the devices. So this is another versions of the color and also all the different shapes. And this is another one. So it actually give you a lot of inspiration and also imaginations that you can create from. And this is another form that you can interact with the whole elements because of we do wrote a program that able you create a different form that you want to. At the same time, you can interact with the form. And I'd like to show you the video so you probably get the understanding about how you look like. So you also represent the time because of during the day and during the night, the color will changes, and also it creates a kind of emotion experience for us as well. So I try to creating a certain sense of the time that not try to indicate the number of the clock means of the time, but also give you the idea of the sense of time that able happens to every day that we experience it. So in future, this is what will happen because we have so many devices around us and Samsung Galaxy's devices, so we can apply all these kind of natural elements and then also those kind of experience that we can create it, apply into all our devices. So my idea is to having nature is always of inspiration and we should learn from them as well. So thank you for the whole idea. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, the next designer is Andre Govia. Please welcome. He won the first place in the product design category with Star of Galaxy. Here.
Hello. Thank you for having me. So my name is André Gouveia. I came from Portugal, sunny Lisbon, and I want to present you today our concept, Star of Galaxy, that we proposed this competition and won the first prize, which make us very proud and very happy. So this presentation is all about telling you the story of Star, how it came to be. So this device and this accessory for all the Galaxy devices is all about empowering people to become the star of their experience. So this was our first proposition and mission to accomplish with this product. So Star basically is an articulated arm that serves as a stand for every device, since tablets, smartphones, and even smartwatches. And through Bixby, what it does is it follows you around. So imagine that you want to capture a moment or something that you are doing. You just call Bixby, and you say, Bixby, follow me doing this. And this articulated arm starts following you, and you start being recorded by the camera of your device. So basically what we try to do is a real integration between software and hardware. So we took Bixby as our main brain for the product, and the magic is done by it. So how did we come up with this concept? So first of all, we start looking into collaborative robotics. So it's a well-known trend and something that we really appreciate. So this idea that a robot should not replace the human, but instead collaborate with him to a greater good. Also, the idea of having all the Galaxy devices incorporated into this new accessory that we are trying to design. This was a goal for us. The integration between software and hardware, and in this case, taking Bixby as the main platform for collaboration. And also, of course, the look and feel of Samsung. So since this is a Samsung competition, we try to be respectful to their look and feel, in a sense of continuity to the brand portfolio. So we research a lot about Samsung vision for the future, about their devices, their mission, and we found out a lot about the will to make others better, let's say this way. So Samsung is really into promoting the creative of others through their technology. So the makers and the creators are a target that we wanted to give an answer to. So we collect a lot of insights from Samsung, and that's why we did something that really empowers people, empowers the makers community. Oops, sorry. We also prototype once we get the opportunity defined and we get the idea, because we were talking about a product that lives mainly on mechanics, we prototype a lot to see if it's possible, if we really could have all the rotation that was needed to accomplish what we were trying to do. And of course, we try to design something that could fit the smartphones, the tablets, and also the smartwatches into the language of Samsung as a brand. And I think the better way to explain a little bit further is to ask Star to show us a movie. So it's all about capturing moments. So this concept really synthesizes everything. So imagine a father and a daughter dancing together, and they don't want to be confined to the idea of just this display and selfie mode to do this kind of moment together. So the father asked Bixby, ask Star to record this moment, please. And what Star does is Star to rotate the camera and capture everything, so they could have all the moments recorded. We also tried some color variations to match also the colors of the Samsung brand in the tablet collections. And the great, one of the major things about Star is that it can respond to a lot of different scenarios, from conference calls to medical devices, to help in the kitchen, or to new gaming experience, or even for YouTubers, mainly for YouTubers, for instance, to be more freely about the movements, about the things he does. So that's the great advantage that Star brings to the world of Galaxy. So thank you very much. And
Thank you, Andre. Thank you. Next designer is Ece Demirpençe. Please welcome her. She won second place in the product design category, and her title is Fellas of Galaxy.
Hello, I'm Ece Demirpençe from Turkey, and these are the little Fellas of Galaxy. Fellas of Galaxy are interactive companions for children which create a second life and extra usage scenario by turning wasted charging time into fun story time. After a long day, your watch needs recharge, and you as well. Both you and your children enjoy the companion of your little fella. When it's time to recharge your Galaxy Watch Active, it's also time for your kids to have fun. Inside the product, there is a dock for the watch, and when you place your watch to the dock, wireless charging starts and switch the watch screen into Fella mode, which is the mouth form actually. Bixby allows Fellas of Galaxy to be controlled by voice only to do things like telling stories, singing songs, and more. Emotions of the character are transmitted to the user by gesture changes on the screen of the watch. With the mouth gestures on the watch screen, Fella intend to create a feeling that you are talking with somebody more than a voice assistant. This allows the children establish a personal bond with Fella as a companion, not a product. Fellas of Galaxy are children products, and it has to be very simple and clear. So they are abstracted form of animals in very basic shape, and they are not have so much details to save for children to play, hug, and even sleep with. It's a simple design, and this simplicity of design also emphasizes the watch screen as an affirmative mouth, which is very essential to give our gesture changes to the user. Thanks to Galaxy Watch Active, Fellows of Galaxy operated by Bixby thus simplifies the usage for the kid actually. Inspiration of design is bringing children together with the right content. Fellows of Galaxy give parents the chance to create a library for their children from approved content. Fella basically works like a power bank. There's a battery included in Fella to charge the watch. And also there are speakers included to get some good audio response like stories and songs. Fella's battery also charges through a quiet charging system to get a safer approach for the kids. And your Galaxy Watch Active is safe with the Fellows of Galaxy from impacts, scratches, and fall downs. Now we have a demonstration video for Fella how to use it. Let's watch.
I am sleepy.
Do you want me to tell you a story of three little pigs?
Nope. I want a favorite.
Little Red Riding Hood.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived in a village near the forest. Whenever she went out, she wore a red riding cloak with a hood.
This is a children product, but the control is on the parents. So an application is needed for Fella because stories and songs are copyrighted, and we need the parental control for contents, and we need to create a digital library for children. So we have designed an interface for the app, Fella app, and we just use the Samsung One UI logic in this app's UI. And we have a video. Let's take a look at the Fella app. Thanks for having me. For any questions and comments, please visit me right in my booth. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ije. Thank you. Next designer is Alexander Ren. He won the third place in the product design category, and the title is Belt of Galaxy. Welcome.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Alexander Rain, and today I'm presenting the Belt of Galaxy. It's the easy way to keep your Galaxy safe. So our aim was to create an accessory for Galaxy mobiles, which help the elderly people and younger people with an age-related weakness, or also people with an adventurous lifestyle. At first, we analyzed the mobiles from from Samsung, and we found out that only the edges need to be protected. And so we came up with this simple belt, which will be tightened with a little clip. And this was the result. It's easy to prevent your device from falling and keeping it safe, and has also another function. The slope helps to give you more comfort. So, and it's very simple. You just dock the belt along your device and tighten it with the clip which is attached. The belt can be also repositioned so that you can hang your device, for example, and on the wall, or when you cook, you can hang it in the kitchen somewhere and have your receipt there. And yeah, and also it works, of course, for the Galaxy mobiles. It works the same way. You dock the belt along your smartphone and tighten it with the clip, and then you're set. And also it's very compact for shipping and for storage, of course. And here you see a picture using somebody using the belt of Galaxy with an adventurous lifestyle on a concert. And also there should be a necklace version. Yeah. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Alexander, and thank you for listening and celebrating our designers. The exhibition of the exhibition of top 5 artworks is still ongoing next to the swag spot over there. So you can see how the designers are engaged into our Galaxy smartphones through the mock-ups and prototypes. If you are interested, please feel free to our visit and check them out. We will be waiting for you. For more information, please check out the Samsung.com or Digin website. Thank you once again for coming and spending your time with us. Thank you.